We need to talk about the Nintendo Direct that just happened for June 2026. And, more particularly, if that incredible lineup was enough to make the Nintendo Switch 2 finish off 2026 on a high note. God, I am still reeling and I have so many thoughts to process, but we're going to have a discussion recapping some of the highlights of the Nintendo Direct for June 2026, what I think was still missing, and overall if this Direct was good enough to live up to the hype. My name is Phil, I cover all things gaming here on Phil Rod Gaming, so be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this, and be sure to check out the shorts that I've posted of my live reactions, because I watched the entire Direct live, and yeah, some epic moments. Okay, there was a lot on that Nintendo Direct, and I am just going to be scrolling through to make sure that I can keep up and not miss anything. I want to start off by talking about the third-party support. Oh my goodness, even when I was live recording this and my reaction, the third-party support is just out of this world. It's everything that I wanted Nintendo to be with the Switch, and they did a decent job, but some of those big third-party games were still missing because of the hardware, and now we're in a spot where the companies have come in, especially Capcom and Square Enix. They've come in and shown up and been like, here you go, here's all the great games that we have coming out this year, and here's a bunch of games that you guys missed out on that we're now bringing over to you, and it's gonna run well. You're welcome. I'm going to go through the third-party games that got unveiled at this Direct, not stuff that we already knew about. Dragon's Dogma 2, Stellar Blade, Lies of P Complete Edition is coming, Devil May Cry 5, RuneScape Dragon Wilds is confirmed coming to Switch 2, Final Fantasy Resonant, Dragon Quest Monsters, Metaphor ReFantazio, Kingdom Hearts Collection 1, 2, 3 will be out on Switch 2, and Confirmation of 4. Okay, and there's a couple others sprinkled in there. That's a lot. That's a lot of high-quality third-party titles to be releasing in 2026. If you're somebody like me who has not played most of these but totally respects how incredible they are as games, have always wanted to check them out, I'm very excited. If you're somebody coming from a Switch who may not have been able to even play these games on the Switch, let's say you only had a Switch. If you're getting a Switch 2 as your first console and you never had a console before, you have access to all of these incredible games, and it's only 2026. Who knows what they're cooking up for 2027? We still have things like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, a brand new Spyro game, Final Fantasy VII Revelation. Like, there's so many. I could have a whole video dedicated to it, but the support is remarkable. And I think that the Switch 2 had a lot of already great third-party support from the people who have ported things over. Resident Evil 7, 8, and 9 were all incredible, all hitting 60 FPS. Bethesda had some titles in there. Not as great running in the beginning, it's a little better now, but still the fact that they were porting over Fallout and Elder Scrolls 4 and putting in the effort is a really good sign. And I think that this lineup shows that the studios are on board, they understand that gamers want these games, and the ports looked good from what I saw from the Direct. Time will tell, but so far so good. And of course, this kind of deserves its own chapter, the Duskbloods. We are getting some sort of a hands-on in the summer preview event, like an online playtest. They didn't really say 2026 for the release date, so it very well could be delayed. We don't know, but that's an example, again, it's a FromSoft game that is a Switch 2 exclusive. I mean, that's pretty wild when you think about it. Third-party support, thumbs up, great. Let's talk about first party, because we already knew about Star Fox in June. We already knew about Splatoon Raiders in July. We knew Fire Emblem was coming, so I'm going to start there, because Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave officially has a release date, and it's going to be September 17th. We got a little more of an in-depth look, which was awesome. Everything that they showed there seemed great. I was kind of a little bit taken aback by the graphics. I feel like they still could have been able to do a little bit more with the Switch 2 hardware, but maybe time will tell when the game actually comes out and we can see for ourselves. Pokopia is getting some DLC. That's fine. I mean, it's a huge game, and people will buy the expansion pass, but nobody likes to see expansion pass. Okay, paid expansion pass, no price yet. Okay. Moving along. There's a DK challenge thing, which was pretty cool. I think the highlight for me was Xenoblade, okay? I have never played Xenoblade Chronicles. I played the first one for about 10 hours on 3DS, and I just never beat it. I've always wanted to revisit it, but it was really hard to play it on Switch, just knowing kind of where the bar was set on PS5. So I bought all of them in the hopes that one day there would be a Switch 2 version of at least one of them. And when X came out, I was really happy to see a Switch 2 version of that. Although, you know, that had its problems, and I'm hoping that these don't. But yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles 1, 2, and 3, all three of them, Switch 2 editions, 4K 60 docked, 1080p 60 handheld. Wow. These are $10 upgrade packs, and Xenoblade Chronicles is available right now, with a physical coming later in July. but 2 is going to be out July 30th, and 3 will be out December 3rd. So they're being spread out, but they're all this year. I am very happy to finally dive in. And right after that, they were like, by the way, there's a 4th. So yes, we got a Xenoblade Genesis. That's going to be Xenoblade 4, essentially. They're not saying Chronicles anymore. They're just saying Xenoblade Genesis. And it looks amazing. It looks exactly like the type of game people thought Monolith Soft was going to make when they had the Switch 2 hardware. I mean, pretty straightforward. Yeah. And I was kind of like, this is what I wanted Pokemon to do all this time. It's like, I want Winds and Waves to be of this quality. It's going to be out in 2027, but it's good to know that we have a top-tier RPG coming our way. This one was also leaked, a Nintendo Switch Sports, like, upgrade pack or sequel. It is a sequel. It's called Nintendo Switch Sports Resort. It's going to be out October 22nd. I think it's great that we finally have some sort of Nintendo Switch Sports thing on Switch 2. The titles are interesting. They use the Joy-Con in nice ways, and I think that there's a good enough of a library lineup there where there's like a good variety of what you're getting. I can't give my assessment yet until we talk about the big one here. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. The remake is real. It's 2026. I don't know why they didn't give a release date. Maybe they want to do November, but GTA's got them shivering. I don't know. But the fact that this game is real and closing off the year, it's one of those games where, like, if it gets leaked and it doesn't happen, you're just heartbroken. The very little we saw looked great. If they can hit that 2026 release date, then that's going to be, I mean, incredible. And be sure to watch my reaction on my channel because, yeah, I was fighting back tears. Genuinely fighting back tears. Not just trying to get clicks or views for content, but genuinely, like, so emotional. So, yeah, with all that said, I mean, we have to look at Nintendo's 2026. All things considered, a very strong Direct with some very high-quality titles, and we haven't had one since September. My assessment and my grade on this, I mean, to me, this is an A, right? This, to me, is a Nintendo Direct that we hope to see each and every time. We always have these high expectations, and we just want to see quality over and over and over again. Is it enough, though? I'm gonna say yes. I think that this lineup shows that the Nintendo Switch 2 is the console to buy in 2026, even with the price hike. No, it's not going to run as great as PS5 or a PC or a Series X. It will run better than Series S, though. We have this long lineup of third-party titles from games that have existed and games that are coming out this year. I think if you're somebody looking to upgrade from a Switch, you have a lot of reasons to come back, to upgrade the previous games that you've had graphics-wise, to check out new titles. That handheld element of being able to play these games on the go, with this lineup, there's too much almost. And that's a good thing. You want your console to have an incredible game library, and this is going to keep people busy for years. I certainly do not have the time to play all of these games, even scrolling through this list right now as I talk to you. The third-party support is top tier. The first-party support for 2026, it's strong. It doesn't really need to be any stronger. I mean, look, guys, it would have been awesome to see a Metroid remake or a new Pikmin thing or Luigi's Mansion or a 3D Mario. I don't think it's needed. I don't think we need that. Mario Kart World DLC, these things I don't think are needed. I think when we look at this Nintendo Direct and how Nintendo is going to be closing out 2026, I think it's very, very strong. I think that there's not much more they really could have done here. They have a lineup that has great variety in titles. Modern Warfare 4 coming this year, like that's a huge shooter, cross-platform, cross-progression. Nintendo to me is like in such a strong spot for 2026, closing out the holiday season. I cannot wait to learn more about Ocarina of Time and maybe see some more teases of what's to come in 2027. Yeah, those are my thoughts. It's a lot to process as a fan. I don't even know where to get started gameplay-wise. Yeah, it's a lot. But I want to hear what you guys have to say in the comments. Is this Nintendo Direct everything that you had hoped for? What is the grade, and what do you want to see from Nintendo? What do you think that they are still missing? Let me know, but I think it's really great times ahead. What an incredible week it's been for gaming. All three of the platforms have been incredible, and there's a lot to come. So yeah, again, I would appreciate the support by leaving a like and hit the subscribe button. It makes a big difference. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Be nice to each other and be nice to yourself. Peace.
At the very edge of this kingdom,
Oh my god.
lay a small forest.
Oh my god, it's real.
With